Okay, so I haven't been to the thrift store in over a month. I know, I can't believe it. Not because I didn't want to thrift. I usually go to the thrift store like at least once a week. But because I've been really trying to get projects done in my home, I told myself that I am not allowed to go thrifting until one of the projects is completed. That took a month apparently, even with thrifting on the line. But finally it's done. I'm so happy, which means I can go thrifting. And trust me, because it's been a while, I am going to overindulge. But as always, I put the timestamp right here if we want to fast forward right to the haul. And without further ado, let's go thrifting.
I call you pretty, but it never goes as planned. You think it's funny, I'm just trying to be a man. I wanna show you in the best way that I can that I'm so in love with you. Try to be serious, but you can never tell. It isn't easy to confess how hard I felt when we've just been friends since the day we met. I don't know what to do. 'Cause how can I try to cross all the lines that we've always had between you and I? This if I'm just a friend to you. How can I make you change your mind to see me different? Wish I could get your eyes on my prescription. 'Cause baby, all it takes is the same vision for me to get your heartbeat going just as fast as mine. 'Cause I could be your guy. I see you by my side. But maybe I'm just blind. Or maybe I'm too serious. I try to keep it in my head, but it isn't really going well. Feeling like we gotta meditate, but I can't escape. And now I hate myself, I hate my thoughts. We're thinking about you and I'm thinking a lot. 'Cause I'm never around you, I would tell you, but I don't know how to say what I'm feeling now. I've been feeling down 'cause I feel the distance growing. Spending more days without you, don't like where we are going. Is it so weird to think that we could be more than friends? Am I just overthinking? Am I not making sense? 'Cause maybe I could change your mind to see me different. And I could get your eyes on my prescription. And maybe all it takes is the same vision for me to get your heartbeat going just as fast as mine. And then I could be your guy. You know I keep you by my side. But maybe I'm just blind. Or maybe I'm too serious. La da la da la. La da la da da. La da la da da. I guess I'm too serious. 'Cause maybe I could change your mind to see me different. And I could get your eyes on my prescription. And maybe all it takes is the same vision for me to get your heartbeat going just as fast as mine. And then I could be your guy. You know I keep you by my side. But maybe I'm just blind. Or maybe I'm too serious.
I actually didn't go too wild. I kept it low key when it comes to thrifting. I think it was pretty normal actually. Okay, so first up, and probably the first thing that you saw in the video, it was this artwork piece right here. I'm honestly in love with it for a number of reasons. One of which is that I just finished a Moody room in my house, and so I'm like really trying to switch my brain off when it comes to Moody. So if I'm not careful, I could definitely run amok and just do everything Moody. But I really want some bright and airy spaces in my home too. So trying to damper that down for the time being, but couldn't help myself when I found this picture because it's so beautiful. One, I don't really have like sea and oceanscapes. I typically go for like greenery landscapes. But two, I mean, I just love the colors running throughout this. Now, I already did open up the frame too, and I realized this is actually like a photo print. And in my opinion, I could totally understand why the black frame was paired with this, just because it's already got dark colors to begin with. I personally feel like a contrasting frame is much better suited for this kind of art, Also, I do feel like it has an older feel to it. So I'm going to switch it out with one of my brassy ornate frames. But this picture was $7.99. Like I said, I love it. I'm actually glad that I found this. So for $7.99, I was definitely going to take it home. Okay, so next up is this piece right here. I love the design on it. It's kind of like a twisting style, like everything is like curved, basically coming from the top all the way down to the bottom. So I thought this was really cool, where it's like a raised edge design on top of it. And while I typically go for like larger arrangements when it comes to like my florals and greeneries, I loved it a lot, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna find something to work in this. And this one was $5.99. I think for brass, pretty good. It's also something that I haven't seen before, oddly enough. And for someone who, better or worse, is always looking at brass, I thought this one was a good grab for that, so I'm pretty happy. And yeah, love it so much. I can't wait to actually style it with this one. This one feels like it will be one that I'll move around a lot. Typically, my favorites are the ones that move around the most, or the ones that I feel like are most versatile. And this is like a combination of both of that. I have a feeling it'll start off in the office, and where it ends up after that, I have no idea, but it's gonna be a journey. So next up, nothing special, but I did have to pick up this candle. I love glass candles that have like the wooded lids. But of course, most importantly, when it comes to candles, you gotta like the smell, right? I already lit it. As you can see, it wasn't lit at the time that I bought it, but I immediately started it basically when I got home and brought it in, just because I wanted to make sure that I really did love the smell. It's not overwhelming to me, and I think that's the most important thing when it comes to candles. But this one is rhubarb, sugar cane, and tonka. This is a threshold candle, which apparently they're selling these for $5. And I got this one for $3.99. So not obviously much of a price change. This might be my new go-to scent when it comes to candles. Next up is this piece right here. There were actually two of them when I went thrifting, although I didn't want to buy both of them. I figured one would be enough for me. I figured this would be like a great piece to like put on your vanity table, almost like a catch-all tray. For me, this will actually be perfect because I am the person who, when they wear earrings, will take them off and put them in odd places, and so I end up losing them. This also would be like a great base for like candles that don't have a base to begin with. I typically don't use pillar style candles without some type of something under them, so I think this would actually be kind of cool to use. I thought it was a cute enough piece for $3.99 that I was willing to grab it, and I feel like I can use it in so many different ways that I think it was a good bargain. Okay, next up is this vase right here, and I think my mind was still on the Moody vibes with this one, which is why I picked it up. But I have to say, I really love vases that are almost like that in between of almost like black and gray, where it's like a charcoal color. Love it so much, and this is a cute shape, but also very simple enough that you can pair it with different design styles. Now this piece was a Project 62 piece, so obviously it was originally sold at Target. I mean, and for this you can use it as a vase, or you could use it as like a utensil holder, something along the lines of that. I'm sure you could find many uses for this kind of style piece, but I'll probably use this one as a vase as well. Although I don't know what it was originally sold at Target for, this one in store at the thrift store was $6.99, so I think a pretty good price. And $6.99 for a vase, I don't think that's too bad at all. Okay, next up is this little piece right here. I love this piece. I think it's because it reminds me of a flower. If you see, it's got almost like petal edges. It's got a little pedestal base as well. It is also brass, made in India. So, I mean, it was ticking off all the boxes. So, in my opinion, not much of a standalone piece. It would actually be better suited in a grouping of other various size things. For this one, I don't think it will actually have utility for me. Like, I'm not going to put coins in it. I'm just going to leave it alone and put it where I want to when it comes to my decor. It was $4.99. Again, it is brass. So I always expect brass to be higher to begin with. And while it's on the smaller side, because it's brass, I don't think $4.99 is awful. Quite possibly it might be another piece that moves around a lot though, just because I love it so much. And shorter style decor pieces are not something that I typically pick up. So this will definitely help. And last but not least, I was not looking for it. I was not set out to find it. And yet I saw it on the shelf and therefore picked it up. I don't know how many months I lasted for not picking up copper pieces, but each copper is where it's at. Yes, I do have patterns. I definitely have patterns when it comes to that sort of thing, but that's okay because as long as it's not too much of something in one room, it's fine. I love this handle. It's like so much drama just because of the fact it's like so much taller than the overall piece of it. I also really like the overall shape of it. I'd say it's like not your typical picture style shape. I also really love the pattern on the bottom too. There's a little dent on the side too. That's just character though. And yeah, it's just a really really cute piece. I did almost walk away from this one, and I decided in that moment that even with the price, I was going to pick it up. So this one was $7.99. Honestly, $5.99 is where I thought it was going to be before I saw the sticker price. However, $7.99 wasn't so awful that I was ready to walk away from it. And honestly, a perfect piece to end the haul with. So that's what I got for my first thrifting trip out after what feels like an eternity of staying away from thrift stores. Needless to say though, it was nice to get out of the house, go and do something like thrifting, which I absolutely love, and stop staring at those few projects that I need to finish. So if you liked this video, or if you liked anything from the haul, definitely make sure you give it a thumbs up. And I want to say thank you so much for watching, and thank you for thrifting with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.